happening again. You're listening to Movin' Right Along, a Muppet special event CBS special presentation podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch A Muppet Family Christmas, which aired on ABC, not CBS, 2 minutes at a time, and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Anthony Strand.
And I'm your other host, Ryan Rowe, and I feel like we should insert that CBS special presentation sound effect right there.
And I'm a jolly old elf, Danny Horn.
And together, the three of us are talking about minutes 21 and 22 of A Muppet Family Christmas.
Great.
In these minutes, the snowstorm starts to get worse, and the Sesame Street gang rehearse their Christmas pageant.
Rehearse.
So that's what it says.
Indeed.
They say it's time for
I know.
rehearsal.
I know. What they say.
But,
I was gonna save that, and I could.
Yeah, I'm sure we all made the same note of like, what are they rehearsing for?
rehearse.
What are they
They're putting
rehearsing
on this
for?
pageant for a
This is
crowd
on.
of many people.
And
so.
they're not gonna do all that again.
Right, exactly. And
Right.
it's Christmas Eve, right? So
Right.
yeah.
Right. But before we get to the Sesame Street pageant, first the snowman calls it the worst blizzard in 50 years. So
The
that's
Newsman.
something.
The Newsman.
What did I say?
You said the snowman.
But he would know also.
Okay.
He would
Yeah,
also
the Muppet-
call it that, yes.
Yeah.
The Muppet Newsman on TV, he calls it the worst blizzard in 50 years. And then he says barometers are falling sharply. And a bunch of barometers fall on him,
Yeah.
which is such
Love
a
it.
solid Newsman gag. I love it.
The Newsman is on screen for like probably 10 seconds or less, and it's like it's everything we need from the Newsman.
Yeah.
Right. This is I was thinking the second to last time Jim Henson will ever play the Muppet Newsman.
The last time is on the Bobby McFerrin episode
Bobby
of the Jim Henson Hour.
McFerrin episode of the Jim Henson Hour. Exactly. No two humans on Earth have thought as much about the Jim Henson Hour as Ryan and I. Like,
Well, and that's one of the ones that I had on tape from its original airing, so I've seen that one a million times, that episode.
sure. So you know that the Newsman's in it doing a ripoff of the News for the Terminally Unhip Garrett Morris SNL bit
Right, with Bobby McFerrin
with Bobby
translating.
McFerrin. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But in this one, there's no Bobby, but there is Scooter laughing at the Newsman's misfortune.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Aw.
choice. We don't. Do we usually see Muppets ever, or do we ever see Muppets laughing at the Newsman getting injured on the Muppet Show?
I mean, the studio
Never
audience
seen
is
that.
all Muppets.
Right, but we never see
And they
Kermit
always
like
laugh
off
at
stage going ah, ha, 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 like the. Yeah, it seems a little bit mean, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Agreed.
Yeah,
They're gonna murder the turkey though.
that's true.
Straight
this
up.
is a vicious bunch.
Yeah.
It is. Scooter
They've
can't wait
invited
to
him
rip
over.
into that turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any turkey content in these 2 minutes though. I think we just
I know, but I still can't get over it. I'm gonna try and hold it back.
next time.
We'll see him again. I can't do it again right now.
Yeah, save it for the next one. But we do get some great, like the next section here is just like a bunch of great little crossover moments, right?
Yeah.
Like now we have the Muppet Show gang and the Sesame Street gang just in the house hanging out, and we start right away with Scooter's laughing at the Newsman, and then the count starts counting snowflakes
Yep.
back to back. Scooter's
Yeah.
being a jerk. The count is counting just what you want to see.
Again, what more do
Yeah.
you need? Yeah.
It's great.
And then Kermit is
Um,
so cute, just looking out the window.
Kermit is so worried that Piggy is out in this snowstorm, and that's when we go to a commercial.
I am almost 100% certain that the music cue that plays here as Kermit is staring out the window is from Fraggle Rock.
Oh yeah,
A few years ago, I was watching Fraggle Rock, and I heard, like in a similar sort of like somber,
Yeah.
like, oh no, what's going to happen next kind of moment, that I heard a music cue that I went, oh, that sounds so familiar. And then the next time I watched this, I thought, oh wait, that's it. That's the same music
Yeah.
from Fraggle Rock that they recycled for this.
huh?
I think you're right.
Thank you.
Certainly sounds plausible.
Yes.
But so then we go to a commercial, and when we come back, Kermit is still at the window while they remind us the title of.
He's been staring out the window for the whole commercial
The
break.
whole commercial break. It's so
Yeah,
cute.
he was so excited to learn about Norelco razors and York peppermint patties.
Yeah.
What happens next? Ma Bear is assigning bedrooms to all the Sesame Street characters. And Danny, you talked about how when they are caroling,
Yes.
we only get the names of Ernie and Harry Monster. And now
Yes.
here, I think strengthening my theory that the audience just knows all these characters' names. Bert and Ernie are identified by name here. She says
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie will bunk out with the lizard or whatever.
Yeah.
But she talks about the huge canary, the
Mhm.
blue monster, and the cookie eater.
Right.
Like, which is like a joke that she doesn't know those names.
Yeah, so Ma can't be bothered to learn any of these characters' names. There's just too many of them. But
Yeah.
Big Bird and Cookie Monster are both very simple, descriptive names that sort of
Right.
just like they just tell you who these people are. And yet she's close. She says huge canary, but you're almost there. No, Big Bird.
Right, yeah.
And then Cookie Eater. Oh, you're even closer that time, but Cookie
It's
Monster.
a little bit harder to say huge canary than it is big bird.
Yeah,
Big Bird,
yeah.
You're not saving any time.
Large avian.
Right. And then I guess continuing the theme of nobody cares about hairy monster. Ma Bear says the blue monster. Like she already said the Cookie Eater, so we know it's
Yeah.
not Cookie Monster. But is there any doubt that she means Grover when she says the blue monster? He's
No,
sleeping
and
in the
I think
bathtub.
especially sleeping in the bathtub, like that seems
Yeah.
like something Grover would volunteer for.
Hairy monster would tear that bathtub in half.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it's Grover.
So he doesn't get a little moment in this like everybody else does.
No, he gets a line. I mean, I
Does-
think that's why they say his name out
He
loud,
just gets
so
to
that-
sing
yeah.
a little, yeah.
I mean, he's one of the reindeer. We'll see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have. Did I mention I have a hairy monster Funko Pop?
For those of you,
I forget if I mentioned that.
for those of you who
yesterday.
missed yesterday's episode,
just in case
Danny
I
owns
didn't-
a Hairy Monster Funko Pop.
Really cute. It's one of the really cute. ones.
Yes.
I also forgot to mention yesterday that I own a Mr. Snuffleupagus Funko Pop.
Yeah, I got the Snuffy and Big Bird, the giant ones, right? They're like, it's like 9 inches or whatever. It's super tall.
That's great.
I listen to other podcasts and I'm just like, this is I hate like all podcasts basically. It's just like, oh, these jerks are not funny and they're talking about stupid. And honestly, I feel like we deliver.
When are they
There you
gonna
go.
just stop talking about boring stuff and talk about what Funko Pops they own?
Exactly which Funko Pops they own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like Pop Culture Happy Hour so much more if Glenn
they would do
Weldon
that.
would just give me a list of his Funko Pops.
I
Right?
no, really. Actually, what I'm saying
on
is
that,
that,
Weldon.
is that the three of us are adorable, and
Aw.
we can get away with this. Every other podcast sucks.
Well, I hope Glenn Weldon is listening to this
man.
right now, and then he can just tweet us a list of his
I hope
Funko
so
Pops.
too.
Hello, Glenn. You're out there.
And
Yes.
then what happens next in this movie? This is not a movie. In this TV special, what happens next?
Yes.
Get it right,
CBS
Anthony.
television special.
Oh yeah, Oscar says Ma Bear didn't say anything about Oscar, but Oscar says he'll be nicely miserable in his trash can here, and then Rizzo goes mountain climbing up the side of Oscar's
Yeah.
trash can and says,
Oh,
"Maybe I can bunk out here with you," which is Rizzo's only line in this whole special.
yeah.
But it's a really nice. I mean, he laughs after Oscar says, "I've never had a rat in the trash can before." Maybe it might be.
Which I don't believe at
Yeah, there's
all.
that.
Oscar lives in New York City in a trash can. He has definitely had a rat in there
Right.
before.
The thing I find odd about that moment is he's just like, I never had a rat in my trash can before. That might be nice. Which like just feels a little bit scratching and squawking to me. Like, what does he mean by that?
He just means that they're gonna hang out, complain,
Yeah. yeah.
eat a bunch of junk food, trash, garbage food, which Rizzo's gonna eat.
Yeah.
Rats are smelly and dirty and carry diseases. He loves that.
Oscar loves to get diseases from Rizzo.
Right.
That's what he loves to do.
This is a much darker special than you think.
That's the epilogue of this special.
But meanwhile, Janice made Christmas cookies. She's very excited. She comes bounding into the room saying, "Who wants Christmas cookies?" Cookie Monster wants them. He just eats them. He devours them.
He does yell cookie at first.
Yeah.
Again, that's what you want to see, what you want to hear from Cookie
Yeah.
Monster.
Thank you
But
for
that's
that
like-
added detail.
This is a new mistake on Janice's part. Like everybody else in the house is just like, dude, you don't. If you have cookies
Right.
and Cookie Monster's in the house, you don't want.
Don't just make an offer.
Yeah, you don't
out
just
loud
shout
to
Christmas
everyone.
cookies and think that there's gonna be like, dude, she's never met him before. This is the first time.
Right.
Right, yeah, clearly.
But so he eats them all.
Yeah.
And then Janice says, "Who was that strange blue creature?"
Yeah.
She says that I'm not doing a Janice imitation.
Ryan, will you?
I do like her delivery. It's like, who was that strange blue creature?
There she was. It's like
I love Ryan's Janice. I actually do. Ryan, I think about you sometimes when I hear Janice. I just think about the way that you imitate her.
Have I done
must
a
have.
Janice line before
Yeah,
on the
you must
podcast? Or
or in real
All right.
life.
I probably said that she wanted to trade with anyone who had a jacuzzi.
That's it.
Oh,
The
she
jacuzzi,
definitely
that's
did.
the thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I knew that there was like something
Um,
in my head of like Ryan and the yes. There you go.
Right. But so then Animal walks up and Danny talked about how Animal and Cookie Monster sound the same.
Yep.
And they do, because Animal walks up and says, "That my kind of fella," which rules.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Oh yeah, because they're basically the same. They're very similar creatures. Animal is, of course, if anything, more unhinged than Cookie Monster, who is
I guess so.
able. Cookie Monster is able to hold a conversation like a person.
That's true. Yes,
And
you're right.
Animal is not. Like Cookie Monster gets
Right.
excited, and like
Cookie Monster can keep himself in check, yeah, when the situation calls for it.
right. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
I
not
think-
gonna find Animal sitting at Gordon and Susan's house
Yeah.
talking about how well, me called Santa. Like Animal's not gonna sit here and list all the
Right,
ways
right,
he
right.
contacted Santa Claus.
No, he doesn't care.
Right.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, like Frank Oz used to say that Miss Piggy was like the most three-dimensional character, and Fozzie was two-dimensional, and that Animal just has no dimensions at all. Like it's just like all he cares about is like sex and food and drumming.
Yeah. There's
So,
it's
yeah.
like food, sex, drums, pain, and there's one other thing I forget.
Christmas
but yeah,
cookies.
he's
Yeah.
said that in interviews a few times. Yeah, that's it. Food, sex, drums, pain, and
Yes,
Christmas cookies.
yes.
That's Animal.
But so then Ernie gets everyone's attention because it's rehearsal time. We gotta watch this guys. It's rehearsal time.
What?
We got to get this right.
rehearsal
All
time.
right, so they're gonna rehearse the Sesame Street pageant, and this is so heartwarming to me because they just got there. Like they've been wandering outside
Yeah.
it for days. They just got here. Now they're like, you know what we're doing? A Sesame Street pageant. It's happening. Prairie Dawn, you're
Yeah.
out. Rolf, you're the accompanist.
See, it is nice to see again a crossover where Ralph is playing the piano for the Sesame Street characters, but yeah, it's too bad that Prairie Dawn is just like, yeah, she's relegated to just kind of standing in the audience
Right, which is-
watching.
but I do like to imagine that she's like overwhelmed from too much travel, that she can't do it.
Could
And
be.
she knows
And she's gonna give them notes
right,
later.
right. And like Rolf is such a pro that he's like, sure, I'll do it. And he just one
Yeah.
glance at the sheet music, and Rolf is ready to go.
I don't even know what is there sheet
There
music.
is
I
sheet
didn't
music.
even notice.
And
Oh, okay.
I checked
Nice.
to make sure before I said that.
Very good.
So what are they doing? They're doing "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" by Clement Moore. Ernie says the author's name out loud, which is why I've never forgotten it.
Although I learned from looking it up on Wikipedia that there has actually been some doubt about the authorship of the poem because Clement Moore did not initially take credit for it until a few years after it was published and became popular. And there are some people who think a different guy named, I think it was Major Henry Livingston Jr., that he was the actual author of the poem.
Cool.
So-
Settle down, Derek Jacobi. Who cares?
But I had no idea that there was so much controversy there.
Right. Me neither. That's wild.
Yeah.
Derek Jacobi famously thinks Shakespeare didn't write Shakespeare.
I was on board with that, like those conspiracy theories when I was like 15, and I was like, dude, it all makes so much sense. Like it wasn't Shakespeare, it was this other guy.
But like in the end, who
whatever.
cares? Like Derek Jacobi is
Yeah.
80 years old. Like what is? Why is he so concerned about this?
Right.
Oh, so what else happens next? So Ernie, like I said,
humiliated.
Ernie is already in his nightgown and cap, and he says the title of the play. Or no, he doesn't say the title of the play yet. First, he tries to get Bert to come out, and Bert is too embarrassed to come out from behind the curtain. He does not want any part of this. He, like Danny said, he's going to be humiliated. So here's my question for you guys in the year 2021. Is Bert's humiliation about having to wear drag, is that funny still?
It gave me pause. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, right. Right.
Can I make?
They wouldn't do it now.
You think?
I don't think they
Now
would.
that Gonzo's
would they?
out as transgender.
When was the last time they did anything like this?
Yeah,
I don't
it's been a
know.
minute.
I think also the fact that like he really doesn't want to do it.
Right. If it was just like Bert like enthusiastically doing a drag performance, that's one thing.
Also, it's seriously
Then that would be like, great, Bert, go for it. But this is like Ernie has forced him to do this.
He did
But
lose
if
the
they
top.
if they didn't mention it, it doesn't actually look that feminine of costume.
Agreed.
And he
Right.
doesn't have any lines.
That's true.
That's true. He's just standing there. Well, they cut out about 90% of this poem.
Yeah, they do attempt.
They-
I mean,
we hear
Mama
very
would not have
little
any
of it.
lines anyway because it's all narrated by the husband character.
That's true.
There's no dialogue. I mean, Santa Claus says one thing at the end.
Right.
But anyways, in any case, that's for, I guess, listeners, it's for you to decide if this is funny or not.
And I really do. Yeah, I want to know what people
I
think.
definitely want to know what people think. I do enjoy Ernie saying somebody has to play Mama and you lost the toss. Like, I do enjoy that they flipped a coin over who had to play what part, which Ernie.
So it could have been
Ernie may have rigged. You know, whatever. That's Ernie. But
yeah. So it was just between the two of them. I don't know. Like they have other friends who could have played Mama,
right.
Or like there are other. Where's Granny Fanny Nesselrode?
You're obsessed with Granny Fanny Nesselrode. Wait.
I just like saying the name Granny Fanny Nesselrode.
I've never heard that character mentioned by anyone but you, and I bet total number of mentions exceeds 20.
Well, here's the thing. I think I had 2 different Sesame Street storybooks when I was a kid where she played some kind of role.
Matthew had a thing.
Yeah. So it was one of those things. I mean, actually, kind of like Betty Lou, where I grew up assuming that at one point in Sesame Street's history that she had been more of a character than she actually was, because she was in these books.
That was Rodeo Rosie for me.
Oh, Rodeo Rosie is another one. Yes, and Sam the Robot.
I had the Sesame Street Pet Show book, and Rodeo Rosie is like one of the main characters in that thing. So
yeah, sure. But just the name Granny Fanny Nesselrode is
wasn't Granny Fanny Nesselrode in a Sesame Street live show?
Probably, yeah. They had a few pretty obscure characters in those shows.
She's not in this one, unfortunately.
No. Unfortunately, she should be playing Mama.
That would be great. Sure, yeah, I'd be on board. I'd be so happy for you if that was the thing. Like, that's her legacy would be different, I suppose, if she played Mama in this.
It would be, yes.
I just want to get through this episode without being canceled. That's my goal. Just ride out on the trans thing with Granny Fanny Nesselrode. That's cool with me.
Sure. So Ernie starts reading the poem and gets as far as "not a creature was stirring," and then he stops. So we're done. Good night, everybody.
All right.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We will see you tomorrow. We'll be back again. Danny's back with us one more time, and we'll be talking about Muppets again. Good night.
Happy holidays.
Cookie.